from Stop 6, Texas. It's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, y'all know what today is. It is game day in Dallas, Texas. Better yet, Arlington, Texas is your Dallas Cowboys versus those hated Minnesota Vikings. Man, I got a special guest today. My first guest, man. If y'all don't follow her on TikTok, you are missing out. If you're a Cowboy fan and you don't follow her, shame on you, man. Let me bring up Miss Justine 88. What's up?
What's going on?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Nervous, all mixed emotions, up and down, but I'm excited most of all. So we in here.
Let's give the folks a brief introduction about yourself. Tell them about yourself, man. Where are you from? How did you start your cowboy journey? Let's get into it before we start talking about it.
Well, I'm originally from New Jersey. I moved to Florida about like 8-9 years ago. Basically just grew into being a Cowboys fan when I was little, and I started collecting since I was like, I want to say 16, 17. I started to get real serious with it, Yeah, so now I'm here, and then I started my TikTok back in like July or something like that, and it just took off from there. I started getting more comfortable with it.
Right.
At first, I was like, I don't know if that's really something I want to do because I never really put myself out there. But
right.
Here we
Man,
are.
I ran across you on TikTok and I instantly just fell in love, man. You were cracking me up on the first TikTok, and then when you said that you were kind of nervous, and you in your shell a little bit, and I was like, I can't tell. I was like,
that's
everything
crazy.
you do,
A lot of people say that
is so funny, right? And I just like, man, just be killing me. She be killing me, but then you be spot on too, So
I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you.
It's very few ladies in the game that collect like you do and do what you do. And I was really impressed because currently I live in Seattle, but
okay.
I'm born and raised in Dallas Fort Worth. Okay.
Nice. Dang, so what brings you to Seattle? What?
Oh my God, I don't know how much time we got. The game's starting 2 hours.
Okay. We say that for another time.
No, it's real simple though. My wife works in aviation. Okay. So she had a couple years ago, she had an opportunity to take a job in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
She got a job in Denver, me and her, because our kids are adults, so we moved to Denver.
Right.
A year later, she got another opportunity in San Francisco. We were in San Francisco. Then she got another opportunity in Seattle.
Wow.
So now we're in Seattle.
Wow.
I ended up but out of those out of these 3 stops from Texas, San Francisco was my favorite just because they are the enemy. I got to argue with Niner and Raider fans every day, so it was great.
I can't imagine
that's how I ended up in Seattle. The wife's opportunities. I told her, I said, look, all our families in Texas. I say they're just a flight away,
Right.
So you get home, and plus she works in aviation, so we can get on whenever we want.
Hmm. I
But
feel
no,
that.
it's been fun, especially me being a Cowboy fan. I'm just like you. I got merch everywhere. I wear it every day,
Yeah.
and just like today, I was in the grocery store. Go Cowboys! How about them Cowboys? I was like, yeah,
So
oh yeah, it's America.
yeah. I love that. You don't get that a lot over here though in Florida though, to be honest with you. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of Bucks fans. I do see Eagle fans every now and again. I don't really talk to them. I don't like them. I don't really. I have a neighbor actually who's an Eagles fan. I'm cool with him. I love him to death. That's family right there.
Right.
But on the
Go ahead.
street, grocery store, I ain't saying a word. I don't even entertain it or anything like that. I just keep it moving. To be honest with you.
But I was just like, but when you said you were shy, I was like, there's no way you are shy from the is it was just that growing up, you were just a shy girl growing up. Is
Yeah,
that
a
what
lot of people. It's crazy because a lot of people say that, and when I tell them like, "Yo, like, I've actually have social anxiety," you wouldn't even believe it if me telling you this. But I've opened up so much, like it's crazy because you kind of just gradually just you grow out of it. You know what I'm saying, like the more I've opened up, the more I feel more comfortable just talking to people and putting myself out there, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I was like this before, but now it's just it just happened.
but you know what, just honestly, it helped me. Social media helped me too. I was always afraid to speak in front of people
Mm,
or really just put myself out there until a buddy say, we do this all day every day, why are you scared now? I
right.
mean, because the camera's in your face, you're afraid. I was just like, yeah, you are right. So
Yeah, yeah, yes. I mean, so when you're in front of a big crowd, you kind of just get a brain fart, you get choked up and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But
now, so
you,
so you're a Jersey girl,
I'm a
okay?
Jersey girl. Yep.
Now, okay, I know the Cowboy fans are everywhere. I know they're everywhere. But being from Jersey, you would think you'd be a Giants a Giants, Eagles, or Jets
Jersey
fan.
girl. Yep. And I
Is
am.
anybody in your family other than you Cowboy fans?
No, I'm actually the only Cowboys fan. So I have a brother who's a Packers fan, a brother who is a Jets fan, a brother who's a Pittsburgh fan, a brother who is let's see, Jets, Packers, Pittsburgh, Patriots, yeah, all that. So I'm
Hmm.
the only one I'm the only female in the family who actually is big on football. So I grew up around a lot of brothers. So
Right,
and I'm the only Cowboys fan. Yep.
man. That's something.
Yeah, you
So
would think
so
I would
so
be say what?
so you saying Thanksgiving around the house is real interesting, huh?
It do. It does get into it. Yes, it do. For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So man, we were waiting on Miss Crystal, and also Chop is supposed to be in here. He's my co-host on the
Nice,
pregame
nice.
show, but he's trying to join in. But anyway, so let's start a little question, and how are you feeling about today? First, let's go there. How are you feeling about it?
How am I feeling about today?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just mixed emotions, honestly. It's like do or die now, but the Eagles won today, so I really don't know where that puts us, honestly. I mean, we just got to win it out. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean the Eagles. We all knew the Eagles were going to beat
that was a
Vegas.
given. It was a given, yes.
We knew that. Basically, our focus is when they play Buffalo or when they play the Commanders. The
Hmm.
Commanders got a victory today over the Giants, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So
Hmm.
kind of disappointing what they did last week, but that's their team. I don't care.
Yeah.
But uh, today, I actually have a lot of confidence today, and the reason I have a lot of confidence today is because what did happen last week. Uh,
Right.
the the criticism George got, uh, the performance that the defense put out there.
Hmm.
Uh, it was very disappointing last week. I thought that the Cowboys would actually perform better when they played against the Lions, and they did what they
Right.
normally do, get off to that slow start, which drives me absolutely batty.
Hmm.
You know, as Cowboy fans, we all hype for the game. you know,
Absolutely.
and,
Yep.
and then our Cowboys have us sitting there looking like, for a whole
Yeah.
first quarter, right? You know,
Right.
you're pissed off the whole damn quarter. You're
Hmm.
trying to you're trying to see what the hell is going to go on. But
Yeah.
I'm excited about today. I really think the Cowboys are going to take care of business today.
I
Because
think so too.
yeah, so let's get into it. So keys to victory today. Mine are very simple. Mine are so simple, so simple, so simple. Convert on third downs and stop JJ and the run game for the Vikings.
Right.
Because the Cowboys thing is like this. We our defense love to make heroes out of quarterbacks who hadn't done nothing all
Hmm.
season.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh Matter of fact, a quarterback who threw for 400 yards got benched the next week on us. Stuff like
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
yeah. So those are my keys. Getting out the field on third down and have our secondary just play ball
That's
today.
exactly what my thing is. Key to victory is just the defense just really got to show up and stop them. That's just I could trust in that. I could trust issues with. So
Mhm.
for me, that's what it is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I mean,
like you
because
said, because we're on third down as well.
yes, it just frustrate me. The third down uh uh um completion rate when we're on defense, we're like, man, let's get off the field. Let's get off the field because I always
Yeah.
think, man, our offense is gonna score at any time. That's how I feel. At any moment, our
Right.
offense is gonna score because we got so much talent and everything on offense. The
Yeah.
whole thing is getting them the ball. So if we can't get them the ball, and Minnesota keeps the ball the whole game, we may be in a little trouble. Well, I won't say trouble. We'd be in the dogfight against a team we shouldn't be in the dogfight with.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
that's my whole thing. I think
Exactly.
you know Cowboys have a tendency of playing down to their competition. You notice that, don't you?
No. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it it, frus- it frustrates me so much because we play down the competition. You
Hmm.
know, the Vikings are a bad team. We shouldn't be playing like we're afraid of them
Yeah. We shouldn't
they,
struggle at all, honestly.
we shouldn't be struggling. We shouldn't be
Mm-mm.
struggling. Uh, let me see. Point man, he couldn't get in. Let's see what he said. Won't let me in, dude. Oh, he is out because I forgot he's on the cruise.
Oh,
Yeah, he's cruising. All
the
right, man.
cruise.
Um,
Okay.
my man, Joe St. Louis Joe, man, he says the key to them stupid penalties. I
Yeah.
I do agree.
That is a very good point right there. It's
Uh,
always the penalties that really just screw us up, honestly.
yeah,
It's them damn fucking penalties, man.
yeah, and
Ah, and we be on a good roll too and everything. I tell you, it's the worst. It's
yeah,
the
man.
worst.
And my man Bobby said George Pickens is coming back stronger tonight. I
Yeah,
I
he got
I
something
think
to
so
prove.
too. Yeah, I think so too, man. Georgie's gonna have a good day.
Hmm.
My niece is in there. She like to scream my name, Uncle Chris. Hey, Angelica, how you? Hey, Jess, if you ever heard her say my name, you'd be like, "What?" Hey, on that movie, I think one of the Medea movies when that girl kept saying Byron, right, like that. That's how she say my name.
Yo,
Uncle Chris. I was like, "Oh God,
that's
stop
funny.
it." Let's players to watch today. Just who are you looking forward to watching today on the Cowboys?
On the Cowboys, who am I looking forward to? Well, I don't know. CD isn't playing, right? Because CD, I love CD. Honestly, man, I'm gonna have to say Javonte Williams.
Mhm. Yeah.
I kind
Uh
of want to see. I mean, I really like him. I really, really do. I really do
mhm.
like him. I wish they give him the ball more. You know what I mean? I feel like he could. I don't know. I feel like he could do something for real, for real. I really
Right.
do. And he's been doing a good. He's been doing good for us. He's been really doing it for us, honestly.
Yeah. And,
I
and
mean,
and you know, when you said that, because it was one of my things. Get the ball to 3 and 33. You know, so
Yeah, yeah.
that was like get the ball to the threes, right?
Right.
Because it just seemed like, man, early in the year we got the ball to Javante, and he was getting those 100-yard gains. He was scoring
Hmm.
it, and it seemed like lately, man, in the second half we start going away from him,
I
and
know. I noticed that too. Yeah.
yeah, and it's kind of frustrating. I know sometimes we can get a little pass happy.
Hmm.
Our Cowboys can get very pass happy, and it just drives me crazy sometimes.
Hmm.
Where Shotty basically said that when we're going to be a physical team, well, you got a physical running back, but we're not being physical with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
I just wish we can do that. I know Bobby said the keys of victory
On
is
Jefferson tonight.
on Jefferson. Yeah, but I think but you got to get the ball to him first of all. I say so that's why I'm like the defense need to have a little a little pressure on JJ because I was on a Viking show a couple days ago and Vosh Lombardi said he had a stat the worst quarterback in the league throwing to a open receiver is JJ McCarthy. And I was like, what? He
Oh,
said the worst quarterback in the NFL for throwing to a open, not close, not covered, a open receiver is JJ McCarthy.
that's crazy. How is that even possible?
You would think, right?
Yeah. Wow.
You would
Wow.
think a professional quarterback is always going to hit the open guy, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So, and when he said that stat, it kind of threw me off. I was like, how? I was like, how is that possible? How could that be possible?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, man. JJ, and let me be full transparent. I am a diehard Michigan fan. I am Michigan Go Blue all day, every day. We know we're going through some issues right now, Coach.
Hmm.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, but I've always been a JJ McCarthy fan, because the way he played at Michigan.
Right.
But lately, since he's come back from injury with the Vikings, JJ hadn't played very well. Their offense hadn't moved the ball very well, except for last week when they played against the Commanders. And so it's kind of like that Jekyll and
Mm.
Hyde offense the Vikings have. Which Vikings offense you're going to get? So, but if he's able to get the ball to Jefferson, we may be in a little trouble. Let's
Mm.
I see
We shall
Chop.
see.
Chop, Chop, are you on a boat cruising, bro? He may be on a little delay.
What's going on?
Can you hear us, Chop? He
I don't
he
think so.
is so yeah. You know how Wi-Fi is on a cruise.
Mhm.
I'll come back to him. But yeah, yeah. So he's on that cruise. But anyway, but yeah, that's my thing. When I heard that stat about JJ, I was like, oh man, that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be tough.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy work right there. I don't.
but you know who kills us a lot? Aaron Jones. Remember when Aaron Jones was with Green Bay? Every time he came to AT&T, he almost had 200 yards rushing on us. And Aaron is with the Vikings right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, whew, I don't
And
know.
he's a Texas kid too. So
Ooh.
you know how that go when those Texas kids
Oh
come back,
yeah.
they want
Oh
to show
yeah.
out, right? Because
Oh
they got
yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
one of my co-hosts for the regular show, he's from El Paso, and he always remind me. He say, Aaron Jones from El Paso, and I was like, yes. And man, look at our other special guest on Ladies Night, Miss Crystal Stone. Miss Crystal, how you doing,
Hey,
darling?
Crystal.
Good evening, my Cowboys brethren and sisterin.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm all right, man. I'm trying not to get worked up and nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know why I thought the Eagles would possibly lose, but it's all good.
I thought so too. You were not the only one, but hey, It is. I kind of figured they were gonna win, but there's always that little
That was
bit of a
I kept checking the
that
score. I was like, dang.
that was our cowboy dream right there. We just like, please.
yeah.
and,
Mhm.
and that's why I hate about half the scoreboard watcher hoping somebody else lose. God, I hate that. But
Yeah.
we knew they was gonna take care of business against those Raiders. But look, Miss Crystal, we just did it. I want to get some little information about you. Now I know you're from Texas, okay? I do know that, but where are you currently now?
So I'm born and raised in Dallas, Texas, but I live in New York City.
Hush your
So
mouth.
Wow.
yeah,
Yes.
Texas,
York.
but I've been representing the Cowboys up here for a very long time. I hold it
Let's
down.
go. Let's
Man, that's
go.
what I'm talking about because Jess is from New Jersey, but she lives in Florida.
Yeah. We neighbors, basically.
I love both
But
of
I'm in
y'all
Florida.
so
I'm
much.
in Florida right now. I'm in Florida repping the boys, but I am born and raised in Jersey. So
Very
Yeah.
cool.
let's go.
So this now, Miss Crystal. Now I got, like I told Jess, I ran across your content on TikTok first, and then Instagram, and I thought it was hilarious. I was like, man, look at my cowboy ladies, man, doing their thing on social media and everything, repping the boys, and I was like, I said, you know what? And I knew my co-host was gonna be out of town, right? I say, let me see. I'm gonna hit them up and see if they want to do a ladies' night. Let's talk about a little Cowboys football. And both of y'all said yes. I was so excited. I was like, yes, we gonna get a female perspective on these Cowboys, because some of us people with this testosterone, we don't know what the hell we talking about sometimes. So I wanted to get y'all's perspective. Okay. So Chris, I'm gonna ask you, how are you feeling about today?
Okay, the one thing I'm nervous about, I'm not worried about the Cowboys necessarily back and the receivers and what we can do in the running game. The defense, I'm not too worried about. What I'm worried about mostly is Brian Flores in this blitz, because the Vikings blitz more than any other team in the NFL, and Tyler Guyton is out. Nate Thomas is coming off a terrible game against
It was
Detroit.
horrible.
Freaking
It was
turns
horrible.
down. Okay, Eric Flowers. I call it my Eric Flowers game. So they're going to need some help. Like, we need some Javonte Williams blocking, some Jake Ferguson blocking. So that's my focus. When I watch the game every snap, I'm watching what this offensive line is going to do against this blitz.
Crystal, if I wasn't married, I'd ask you to marry me. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a big old offensive lineman. I watch the game that way too. I watch the game inside out. I watch offensive line play, and then I watch everything else. And when I call them my Olay blocks, when my tackles give Olay blocks, it drives me crazy. When Dak can't even get set before somebody's on him. And
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the gains that our tackle had last week. It drove me absolutely batty. And Crystal, you are so correct. I think Nate will redeem himself this week. I just think it was just a bunch of misassignments because I actually like him over Guyton. That's just me. And the reason why is because sometimes I just think Tyler just what's the proper way to say this? He just have brain farts during the game. It's just like sometimes when he needs to reach block or hold his water on the game. You know what I mean? It's on the 4th and inches, and he's jumping outside because he knows
It was so bad.
those
Yeah.
they're terrible, right? And
Yeah.
I just think it's his immaturity right now. I think he will eventually get there. I just don't think he has it right now.
Mm.
Yeah. So Tyler Guyton is out. Did they say if CD playing or not? I didn't know.
I don't think he is. I don't think they cleared him from the last game.
I didn't. I don't even
I
have
actually haven't heard anything, to be honest with you.
Just double check, because if he's not, hold on,
Chris said, I just need to check this.
the last thing I heard was that he was doing good in protocol.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Let me just see what's the latest.
Joe said he thinks he's playing. I don't know.
Let me just see, because
But
I wasn't stressed too much, but now y'all got me. Okay.
No, we don't want you stressed. We don't need you stressed.
He has Well, okay, so that was 2 days ago. What's the latest?
Because I know he
Just give
practiced
us information.
the other day. He was in practice, so I know that.
Right.
Was he?
He practiced the other day. So I'm just hoping. I think he'll be there. But
I have
regardless,
that he's ruled out
yeah.
from what I'm looking at on the internets.
Oh, it says Lamb clears concussion protocol, expected to play versus the Vikings. Oh, I don't know how true that is though.
Yes.
We'll see.
Okay, so we might be good.
We'll see, Kristen. You ain't got to be nervous now. You're good now.
I was getting nervous. I was like, no, please. The last thing I saw was that he cleared for concussion protocol. And he should be cleared to play. Only thing I'm worried about the offense is that offensive line. That's all I'm concerned about. And the only thing I'm really going to paying attention, or not paying attention to, but like watching very intently.
So you say you're worried about the offense?
Offensive line. Not the back and the receivers and the rushing game, but can this offensive line hold up against these blitzes that Brian Flores is certainly going to bring?
Yeah.
Now, Krista, I asked Jess this. What are your keys to victory tonight?
Well, yeah, that's it. Like, being on top of the blitz and having a game plan there. The good thing about facing a blitz and a team that blitzes so much is that because they're bringing so many men forward, it allows Dak to fly, right? Because the defense is all coming to the line, so Dak can find anyone who's open out there. I think Ryan Florino is going to have another big game too. I think this is a game that George Pickens is going to come back and get back right. He took a step back last week against the Lions, but I feel like tonight is a night that he's going to get back on track. And then defensively, like, I need these dudes to play with pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, we thought we were on this really good. I keep saying we, but the Cowboys I thought the Cowboys are on such a good trajectory, beating the Eagles, beating the Chiefs. This defense starting to look much better with Quinnen Williams added into the mix, and then they get chopped up by Jared Goff. So the defense most certainly has to step up, and JJ isn't having the most spectacular season. So I think this is an opportunity for the defense to get back on track.
Yep.
Yeah, because also, man, I when they got away from that 5-man front, they didn't run it too much against the Lions, and I was like, I don't understand why. I mean, it was working for you. Why would you go away from what you're working? And I still think Eberflus is on the hot seat to me. I don't think just because he had a few good games, all is forgiven. I just like, man, you got to be more consistent with this. Everybody was like, hey, man, we got to wait till everybody get healthy. Okay. We're probably as healthy as we've been in a long time. A long time. We shouldn't still be doing these dumb and stupid mistakes. And I just hate. What about y'all? Jess, I'm gonna go with you first. What do you think about Eberflus's defense right now? Do you need a little bit more pressure, or are you happy?
I think there's, for me personally, I think there's a lot of cleanup. Honestly, that's just me, honestly. But I mean, they look decent out there sometimes. But do I feel like they can clean up a lot? Of course, I think they can. I really think they can.
Yeah, Miss Chris.
I wasn't really a big fan of him at first, but
oh no, Eberflus got to go. I've been saying that. Go. You understand?
I'm not too fond of him, to be honest.
No, I've already put it out publicly. I'm gonna put 10 toes more down on the fact that he got to go, because at the end of the day, that Micah Parsons drama went the entire offseason. So that means you were in training camp, in practice with the guys that you had. Right. And you knew the personnel that you had. And so you had to build a scheme that was right for your personnel. I think he failed in that sense, building the scheme for what he had available. Now, Micah getting traded away or being let go. OK, that could have been a shock to the system, but it was still a month before the season started. That's more than enough time to figure something out that works for the personnel that you have. Quinnen Williams comes in and saves the day a little bit, but individually, I think there are some guys in this team that really need to snap out of it. I'm talking about their plan. Like, bro, what happened? Like, you've always been like the leader as far as the secondary, as far as passing defense. What happened last week? So like you said, just like collectively, the defense has to clean things up. But I think individually, there's some players on this team, Kenneth Murray, whatever his name is. Like, there's some players on this team that individually, come on, y'all got to step it up, because people on this defense who are playing their part, who are coming in and giving their 100%, and they're the cracks, right? The folks who let some of the cracks show last week, those players, they got to clean it up today specifically.
Yep.
Oh my God! So you full steam ahead, huh? None of this sugarcoating about maybe he should come back. He got to go, huh?
You know how this works. He keeps coaches 5 years too long. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna keep people fools. We're stuck with them.
Yeah.
You just hope that they bring in better pieces in the offseason and in the draft to help him do his job better.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, God, I'm sorry. He frustrates me so. I'm never tie-tongued, but when it comes to Eberflus, I get so angry because you see the talent that we have, and I hate when he just sits back in zone the whole game and people are just picking us apart.
He's too comfortable. He's sitting comfortable. Yeah.
It irritates me so when I see our cornerbacks lined up 10 yards off the ball and it's 3rd and 3. That drives me absolutely batty. And I was just like, man, why are you just trying to give the other team the game?
I would ask the both of you, who would y'all point to as on the player level is the leader of this defense?
That's a good question.
It's Micah Parsons, right? Now that he's left, who leads? Who's that guy that everyone turns to when they get on the field and need to know where to go? That was Micah Parsons. He was the one point.
Would it be Sam Smith? I don't know. You know what? I really.
And I'm thinking of a vocal leader, and there's nobody really on the Cowboys defense vocally. Because at first I was gonna say Idigizua, but I was like, Idigizua don't say much. And then I saw, okay, well, maybe the new linebacker Wilson, but I'm like, he's new. He don't really have the room yet. But I heard Sam Williams say Quentin Williams got on their ass that Thanksgiving game in the locker room.
He been here like 3 weeks. Like,
yeah, but maybe that's what you need, though. Maybe we need that person that was only here 3 weeks. To give him a kick in the Batugi. Because Joe said Williams too. So I'm gonna go with Quentin.
I was gonna say the same thing. That would have to be my pick as well.
Y'all saying Quentin or Sam?
Quentin Williams.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Sam don't be on the field enough, and plus I'm disappointed with him too. I really thought that he was gonna have a breakout year this year. I thought him and Micah, before the season, you thought, oh Jesus, him and Micah, they're gonna have the little Porsche I call it the Porsche pass rush thing, and they were going to be speed rushers on the end getting there. And then when Micah left and then Sam not doing his part, I'm still not sold on Izaraku like everybody else have. I've been watching breakdowns and people say, oh man, it's the rookie Izaraku, he's been playing. I said, but he hadn't gotten any sacks. When to me, the eye test still never lie. If you're not getting to the quarterback, I mean, how are you changing the game? I don't know how y'all feel about the rookie Izaraku. I still think the Cowboys pass rush is lacking. I think Clowney is probably our best pass rusher at this time.
Yeah.
Do y'all agree?
I do.
Because I don't know about Izaraku yet.
I don't know. I can't really say much on the rookies either. Honestly, I mean, it is what it is right at this point. But my question is, how do we feel about? I'm gonna change the subject real quick. How do we feel about Tyler Smith though? How are we feeling about him? I mean, I don't know. Homeboy kind of been,
I mean, Tyler. how can you judge them just yet? Okay, let me say this. Okay, I can I did contradict myself because I said Tyler Guyton. I'm judging him, but I'm giving Tyler Smith a pass every once in a while just because I've seen his greatness. Okay. Sometimes he can get a little holding calls here and there.
Man, I was just
He
gonna
get a
say
little
that.
sloppy.
I
He
mean,
gets a little sloppy sometimes.
woo,
Hey, maybe, hey, Chris, I know why. Because he a Fort Worth kid. I'm from Stop Six, so I try to give him a pass. Just Stop Six. The hood over in Fort Worth. So Crystal knows she from Dallas. So I give him a pass because he a Fort Worth kid. That's why.
okay,
I
okay.
I am biased. Okay, I'm
Mm.
no ifs ands or buts about it. Stop Six kid. I'm always gonna represent a Fort Worth kid. So that's why. Please forgive my biasness. So
How you
what
funny?
what do you think about him?
I mean, I don't necessarily have an issue with Tyler Smith. I definitely look at the other side of the line, obviously, where Tyler Guyton and Nate Thomas are, switching in and out right now. That's been my focus when I look at this offensive line. It does take time, especially for the younger offensive linemen, to sort of get the technique down,
Right.
clean up the game, slow down on the penalties, things like that. So he gets grace from me as far as that's concerned. But I don't ever want to see a game like we saw against the Lions where the offensive line was such a liability in the sense that it held the Cowboys back from being able to come back in that game. So, Tyler Smith gets a pass for me today, Jess. Just today.
Yep. Okay.
Just today, just no other day. Okay. So
Today.
hey, I want to talk about our top five quarterback. Other cow non I call them the other Cowboy fans. I don't call them haters. The other Cowboy fans,
Okay.
that
Very
watch our
nice.
team, that watch our team more than we do.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
Say in the comments. The ones that say in my comments, even though
yeah.
it's something totally different. Okay.
Think about it, guys. Do y'all even think about the Eagles, Giants, or the Commanders at any point of your life?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Other than when we
Unless,
play. Other than
yes.
okay.
My only time I care about them is on game day, right?
Mhm.
As we should. Okay.
Right.
So today, obviously, I watched the Giants and the Commanders because the Cowboys do play them the last two games in the season. So I just wanted to see where they were today,
Mhm.
how bad they're failing still. And then obviously I was keeping tabs on the Eagles game to see, okay, what's going on with them. There are divisional rivals. So obviously you pay attention to that sense. But throughout the week, you understand, Monday through Saturday,
Yeah.
okay, I'm thinking about the Giants, I'm not thinking about the Commanders, but they really thinking about us. Okay, we
Right.
stay on their mind. They wake up in the morning. Dallas sucks. Perfect example. Perfect example. I went to the NFL draft when it was held in Philly back in I want to say that was 2017 or 18 when Philly hosted the draft. Okay, I'm having a great time. I'm coming out there doing my little content. Hey, all right. Every 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, a Dallas sucks chant would just break out in the crowd.
That's
And
crazy.
it has nothing to do with Dallas. We're not even on the clock. Like this has nothing to do with
Not on the clock. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. We definitely live rent free in their mind way
We do.
more than
We
any
do.
other team lives in the Cowboys fans' minds.
Hey,
So for me, I don't necessarily watch the games. I'll keep tabs and stuff like that. Like you said, we're rivals and stuff like that. Maybe like on a Sunday night football, I'll have it running and stuff like that. But I can never like be on that level where they're like you might as well be a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like they're on us like crazy. I can never be on that level where I'm having to keep track
tabs
of
on.
every single thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll probably like pop in and stuff like that, check the score and all that. But you know what? We they don't live rent free in my head. Tell you
I
that
got
much.
a similar story, Crystal. I got a lot of friends and family in Washington D.C. area. It was years back. I went up for the Cowboys, and at the time they were the Redskins Monday Night Football game. Okay. So I got in town that Friday night, and when in DC, it's all about that go-go, go-go music. I'm from the South, UGK all day. What is go-go? What is that? I don't know what it is. So we go to a little go-go club, and everybody's in there having a good time. It's all of us in there. And all of a sudden they break out with a song, Fuck the Cowboys. I was like, what? I say, what are we doing? It was a full-fledged song, Fuck the Cowboys. They played it every hour for the next 4 hours. And I was like, bro, we don't even think about y'all like that.
That's
Where you
crazy.
guys got a song. And I couldn't wait to get home. I said, man, they have Cowboys week. A week of nothing. All they talk about is Cowboys, 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 Cowboys.
You got people who actually make pages of the Cowboys saying the Cowboys suck or I hate the Cowboys. They'll literally dress in like Cowboys gear with the freaking cross sign saying F the Cowboys. Like they have the time in the day to really make pages about the Cowboys. They fucking hate them. It's crazy. I've even had it is nuts. I'm like, you guys are low-key fans. Like it's crazy.
They don't see it. They don't they're so sick in the head that they don't understand how ridiculous they look. So Brandon Ingram had the anti-Dallas. So you wearing the star, bro. The kids that they had in the Philly school system, which I'm really concerned about now after watching those kids.
That was wild.
What is on in the Philadelphia school system that this is what they use the time for these children instead of educating them on the things they will need in their lifetime, what they want to focus on the Dallas Cowboys. Like the hypocrisy is real. Like there's one post, one of my most recent posts was after the Eagles lost to the Chargers. I was like, yeah, to all the Eagles fans who stay in my comments, y'all just lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
All of my comments. I'm like, so y'all doing exactly what I'm saying. Like y'all stay in the Cowboys fans comments because y'all have nothing else to talk about. It's like, I don't know if y'all watch Real Housewives, but they always say that, the housewife that is in all the drama, she doesn't have a storyline. The Eagles don't have a storyline. The Eagles fans don't have a storyline. The storyline is the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, that's funny because you should know because you're a professional broadcaster, so you should know about the storylines.
I know about the storylines. I know when you don't have anything going on because they want to take the focus off the dysfunction of. Granted, they are the reigning Super Bowl champions. You can't take that away from them, but there is so much dysfunction on that team between starting with the head coach all the way down to the wide receivers don't even like Jalen Hurts. Like the fact that Jalen Hurts had to come out and address what his teammates said about him. Like there's so much drama in the Philadelphia's house, right? But they don't want to clean up their own house. You know what I'm saying? The house be dirty when they walk outside. So they want to come over to our house, and talk about our garden, because we're God's favorite. The Dallas Cowboys are clearly God's favorite. That's and they will have a problem with that to the end of days.
Right.
Now, one of my favorite posts I saw after you brought up the kids in the Philly school district, I saw a post. I know y'all seen the movie Soul Man with Bernie Mac, and he was trying to say bye to Mike Epps, and he said, "Man, fuck them kids." and I was like, he said, "Fuck the kids." I was like, "Man, please don't cuss the kids, man. They don't know, man. They just doing what their teachers told them to do. It ain't so, but yeah, back to my original thing, man. Tell how are y'all feeling about? To me, I love Dak Prescott. I am such a Dak fan. I know some of us in our community wasn't a big fan of Tony Romo, but I was a big fan of Tony Romo. I see just got Romo behind it. I was the hugest fan of Tony, and I grew into a fan of Dak. And the reason I grew into a fan of Dak is because his professionalism, all the nonsense, even from Cowboy fans and other fans, he still keep pushing and he still keep producing.
He blocks all the noise. That's what he does, and I respect that about him too.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, and after all the trauma this guy's been through, from his mom passing to his brother committing,
yes, all that.
Can you imagine how mentally strong? And you, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, can you imagine how mentally strong this brother got to be? So that's why he's my favorite. Crystal, how do you feel about it?
I absolutely feel the exact same way. I ditto to everything you just said. Dak Prescott is just a consummate professional, and all the criticism that he has to take day in and day out, but he comes out
Yeah.
and he does his job. And you could tell that he's definitely the leader of this team. When you see the pregame puddles, he's right there in the middle, riling the guys up. What I like about Dak, though, is that he does have like this corporate front facing persona when he comes to talk to the media. But Dak, he got a little hood in him. Like when he gets in the huddle, like, he did F this, F them, da da da. We them boys. I'm like,
Yep,
okay,
yep,
Dak's a little scrappy. Okay,
yep.
I really appreciate that about him and his ability to withstand the storm that is the weekly storm that is Jerry Jones. Okay, he has to withstand like everything that this man comes out his mouth with unsolicited. Right, Dak Prescott is able to take it and maneuver around it and navigate it and do it in such a professional and eloquent way. He just does not miss in that sense. And I know it's been 9 years and he hasn't had much success in the playoffs, and we're still as a fan base is hoping that happens, right, with him at the helm. But you can tell how much he cares, and he's a father now. You're two little girls. I think when young men become fathers, right, I feel like that kind of gives them a boost in their play. Like,
I
they're
feel like
playing.
he needs something to prove for that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with what you're saying.
I,
For sure.
I appreciate the growth that he has shown. I'll never forget the day he got drafted. I posted on Facebook. I was like, "Oh, we got a black quarterback. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl." I have a black quarterback. Oh, I love Dak, and I'm hoping that while he's still the Cowboys quarterback, he can get us to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I always ask this of my guests who jump on my show for the first time, and I'll start with you, Jess. Just who is your all-time favorite Cowboy?
Oh man, I hate this
You
question.
can only have to have one. You can only have one. You can't give me 12. Give me one. Who is your all-time favorite? Where if you were sitting and somebody said live or die, who is your favorite one?
It gotta be Irvin.
Mike,
Michael Irvin.
the playmaker.
Playmaker. Yes, the playmaker. I
me
met him
why.
one time back in 2016, and such a fun dude. Honestly, such a great dude, funny and everything. Yeah, he got great. He's great. Honestly, yeah.
All right, Crystal, who is your all-time favorite? You can only have one.
This is a really unfortunate question because I do have to choose one, but I would say Emmitt Smith. I grew up watching Emmitt Smith, despite how young I look. They're my heroes. Troy, Emmett, and Michael Irvin were my heroes growing up. And Emmett, I don't know if it was just obviously he's the greatest of all time, but like his smile, his persona, when the ball was in his hands, you knew he was going to do something. Whenever he had those breakout runs, it just that's just a joy that I'll always have. So, Emmitt Smith for sure.
Now I'm gonna date myself because I know y'all probably won't know who mine is because you guys are so young. Okay, I'm 56. Okay, so I've seen all five, so I've been there a long time, right? My all time favorite is the co-MVP of the Super Bowl, and it's Harvey Martin. Harvey Martin was the defensive end. Him and Randy White were the MVPs of the Super Bowl versus the Denver Broncos. So a lot of young fans, they be like, "Who?" I was like, "Just go back." The all-time sack leader, single season sack leader in history was Harvey Martin, and he was a Dallas Cowboy. That's my favorite. I when I played football as a kid, I used to draw 79 on my white T-shirt because I wanted to be Harvey Martin. hey, I was a 70s kid growing up. We ain't had these luxuries that we have now. You had to make your own jerseys back then, and I was making mine. I was making mine. So hey, I wanted to only keep y'all for an hour. So look, we're gonna do a little bold predictions, and I want y'all to give everybody where they can find y'all and keep up to. So what I say, my bold poll prediction, basically what this is, something outrageous that you think will happen in the game today. that benefits the Cowboys. We'll go with Crystal first. Crystal, give me your bold prediction today.
Deron Bland pick 6 is happening. He's due for one. It's been a while. He led the league in that category last season. He's due for it, and I think he's going to get it tonight.
That's a good bold prediction right there.
Okay. All right. Yes. What's your bold prediction?
I'm gonna say Pickens gonna come back and score. 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know. There you go. Yes. I'm gonna need him to come back from last game. So
well, if he score 5 touchdowns, I am stitching it.
Hey, that's a bold prediction right there.
Hey, and I'm putting it all over your TikTok if that happens today.
It is what it is. But I feel like I'm very optimistic. I feel like the boys gonna win it tonight. So
okay. Well, mine is I'm gonna do a defense too, man. I want a scoop score from Agent Zero. My man, I need Agent Zero. Oh, I forgot you're Texas. Hook 'em. Yes, I need Agent Zero. He been really quiet since he been back, and I think we need a breakout game from him, man. Get the crowd high because he's one of my current favorite Cowboys. Demarion Overshown. I love the kid. I love everything about him. He's just a smart kid. If you just listen to his interviews and how personable he is and everything like that, and I was just like, how come that can't be my son? Damn. But I think a scoop score from
that's 2 touchdowns tonight.
2. So
Bland and Chong. Okay.
Yeah, we need
we
that.
Claiming that. We claiming that. Let's we claim that.
Also, Crystal, what is your final score to the game? What's your score tonight?
Eek. I'm not good at this type of stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
31-14.
All right, Jess, yours.
31-14. Oh man, let's see. I'm gonna say the Cowboys gonna score 40.
Okay.
Give it 40-24.
40-24. A 40 burger on them. All right.
They're gonna let some touchdowns slide.
Hey, when I was on the Vikings show earlier this week, and he was like, all right, I know Chris gonna come with that disrespect. I said, man, I ain't gonna disrespect y'all with my score position. It's only gonna be 38-3. he said, Chris, that was disrespect. I said, oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
One thing we got to be careful of, because it just popped in my head. Aaron Jones, running back.
Yeah. Oh, we brought it up before you came on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he has consistently cooked the Cowboys over the course of his career. So
we literally, that El Paso boy, the 915. Yep. Every time he come to AT&T, he lights our ass up.
His whole family are Cowboys fans.
Yeah, I know the whole that. I believe me, I know. One of my co-hosts for the show during the week, he's from El Paso, and he's like, man, Aaron Jones, oh my God, I wish he could be a Cowboy because every time he come to AT&T, he cook us. And I was like, yeah, I know. It really sucks. But look, man, ladies, my first ladies' night. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Y'all made this fun for me. Just tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok. My name is Justina88X, and that is actually my only. Well, I have an Instagram as well, but I am not active on there. But you can find me on TikTok. So Justina88X.
All right, and Miss Crystal, the professional broadcaster you are. I'm looking for that professional shout out. Come on, where can we find you, Crystal?
Let's go.
Justina right now. Make sure I got the right. Justina 786, but the
yes.
at is okay. Got you.
Yes.
Okay, following. Yep. Okay, done.
Appreciate that.
I do need to check my TikTok name. Hold on.
I think it's just your name.
Because it is slightly different. No, it's slightly different. So Crystal Stone __. Whereas on Instagram and Twitter, it's Crystal Stone _. But on TikTok, it's 2 underscores. That's why I had to double check.
Gotcha.
So yeah, obviously I talk to Cowboys, but I'm also a sports broadcaster. I do play-by-play, color analyst for basketball, volleyball, all sorts of things.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and congratulations on your all ladies call the other day. I saw your TikTok about it. Congratulations. Now, real quick before you go, Crystal. So if the Cowboys called you right now and said we need you to be our sideline reporter for the rest of your life, would you say yes?
I don't know about for the rest of my life because that's a hard job. But just because I used to be a local TV sports reporter and anchor up in Albany, New York, until September. So it's a grind. But yes, I will indeed be a sideline reporter for a spell, because at the end of the day, too, I really just enjoy. That's kind of why I like to be on the college level, because I really just enjoy just sitting and watching the Cowboys play as opposed to kind of
working
route. So working up in Albany, it's Giants and Bills and Jets, and so every Sunday I'm reporting on those teams. But I'm running back to my desk checking the score of the Cowboys because that's the team I truly care about. So when I left that job, it was nice to be able to just pour into my Cowboys and tweet and talk about them as much as I want.
I feel you, man. Thank y'all so much, ladies. We got to do this again.
Yes, thank you for having us.
If we sneak in that damn playoffs, I'm calling y'all. Okay, I'm shooting y'all messages, and we're gonna do this again. All right, man. I appreciate y'all joining me on the Cowboy Up podcast. Hey, man, Cowboys, you go out there and you kick butt today, man. Let's take care of those hated Minnesota Vikings, man. Like the big fella always say, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
Let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. We got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey, man.
Hey, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. Hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. In this first day of pads. Say, man, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. I know we all co-hosts, but I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. Your ass always got to spread shit and eating wings and
motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You to come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
I was done. We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. You know, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. You know, if you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.